we are going to use some balloons and paint to make these super satisfying and very easy to do acrylic skins, and with the help of some creativity make a beautiful blue poppy piece in the style of Gustav Klimt. You've got to wait until the end to see the final result. I've had this urge today to create something I haven't done for quite some time. I've been doing various abstract pieces and even neurographic art, but I think I'm craving some flowers. So today, my two favorites, blue and balloon kisses. I want to create something in the style of Gustav Klimt as well, because I'm really fond of Klimt's work. So that's what we'll be doing today. I was looking at many paintings by Klimt, and honestly these days there are so many paintings in the style of Klimt which still claim that they belong to Gustav Klimt. I'm going to do my version of some blue flowers in the garden. I am going to use my mat. I do have a white one, but strangely enough the brown one, it's kind of, each silicone is different. I do prefer working on this. Not sure what the difference is. It feels kind of softer. I started mixing some blue paints. I did have some leftover paint. All I mixed is ultramarine, phthalo blue and titanium white, nothing else. And we've got 4 different shades. The darkest, mid blue, a bit lighter and very light one. Now they are quite thick. At the moment we've got 2 parts of Floetrol to 1 part of paint. So for the balloon kisses, probably need a little bit thicker, but maybe not as thick as this. So let me spray some water in. Okay, that's better. That's what I'm looking for. Runs off nicely. Little build up. A couple of months ago I said goodbye to one of my best studio friends, the red balloon. I made a smaller one as well, just in case I need it. It popped after, I don't know how many years. It had been with me since I started the channel. This is the replacement, but it doesn't work the same. I don't know how many I want. Also, do I want them in a circle? I'm not sure how big I want them. I want them a little bit multicolored, so I'm going to experiment. Each one is going to be different. I want some like stripes on them. See if I like it or not. Oh, where's the dark color? Gone. Because I will be cutting the edges, so that's not a problem. I'm just only thinking maybe it's a bit too light. But I want them bigger, smaller, all colors. Yeah, I'll make as many as I can. The only problem is I don't want them too thin, because you know what happens when you're making them too thin. You can't lift them up later on. If I use a different color, it will make sense to wipe it off completely. So let's make a darker one. I'm sure I'll go over them again and again till I'm happy. I can torch them as well. Oh, look at this. There is no silicone, by the way. Oh, it's going to be a big one. Maybe a bit too big. But I do want some flowers that are not going to be perfect. I want some flowers that will be sideways, so it's all good. This is going to be very dark. What if I dip my balloon in this and then touch the dark? Let's see what happens with the light ones. Probably the light one will devour everything. No, okay. Wow. Oh, I love those. It's very different when you apply the balloon kisses onto the canvas that's wet, and when you apply it on a completely dry background you get different effects. However, I find it very satisfying and very useful. Hopefully once they are dry we can create something beautiful. The last thing I'm doing is adding some very, very small ones with pure color that I might utilize later on. All the circles are dry. Good. I'm hoping that it's not going to be, oh, one fell off. It's not going to be difficult peeling them off. I must say, I wanted to peel them off and then cut them out to shape. But I'm thinking that it's going to be way easier getting the right shape once they are stuck. Looking at this, for example, poppies usually have 4 petals. Okay. See, but I can take everything off. So one here, one maybe like that. That's fine. So I'm going to get rid of the outside. I can add some shadows and highlights before I apply those petals to the painting. I've got cobalt blue, I've got phthalo blue, I've got ultramarine, and also, what's that? Brilliant blue. For example, it will make great sense to highlight some of the edges. The good news is I found some leftover black, so poppies have black insides, don't they? That should be. I do have some gold, so I'm going to, oh, probably want more than that. I'll be adding some gold around my mid-center. I like the fact that they're kind of melting a little bit together because we don't have anything too perfect. Yeah, we've got those lovely little flowers. They're almost ready. So I can focus on the background. And I did want something in Klimt style. So it has to be gold, yes, gold, and what else? This is the canvas for today, 50 by 25. And these are the colors. Here I had titanium white, and then I added yellow ochre. I was looking for something that will look gold without the shimmer of gold. So here we've got pure gold, light gold actually. So this is light gold, and then the 3 greens that are intermixed. Mars black with a touch of green in it. And I will start with lighter colors on top, and then I'm going to darken them. I added also copper gold to some of the greens. We've got 1 part of paint to 2 parts of floetrol, or maybe even 3 parts of floetrol. I'm not sure because I don't measure. I was looking at the consistency. So this is, I call it medium consistency. You've got small build-up, paint runs off nicely. It's thicker than when I use the hairdryer. For swiping, we will need 2 more things. First of all, some legs for the canvas. We need a paper towel or piece of thin plastic sheet. I am going to swipe with gold. However, I do want to create those circles and swirls Klimt used in his backgrounds a lot. So I was thinking how to recreate them without painting. So I'm going to add some silicone to my paint, but not to all of it, just the part I'm going to swipe with. Why do I do it? Because I don't want to put silicone to all of it. I like keeping my paint and I like reusing it later for another project, and I may not want to have silicone in it. Oh, it smells so nice. Coconut hair serum. You can use any pure silicone or dimethicone product. Oops. And I'm mixing it well. Now we're planning our colors. Lightest on top. Quite a lot of this lighter color here. Just making sure everything is going to be covered well. I don't like doing the edges at the same time. I don't know, I'm quite peculiar with this. If it drips, it drips. If it doesn't, I cover the edges later on. And now I would like to see some of this. It's darker than I thought. Can be intermixed, of course. I want to make sure again that everything is covered. That's probably the main green I want to see. Always have in mind, like, how do you want the colors to go? Where do you want to see them? The lightest, darkest. And that's basically it, even though it's nothing complicated, but it's good to sort of envisage. Right, black. Not pure black, but it is black. It's dark. I wanted to see it a little bit here. That should create some depth, I'm kind of imagining. So obviously these will not be full flowers. They will be covered by our swipe. But I'm hoping that we're going to see a little bit of blue peeping through, and that will be enough. Now, towel is prepared. Not soaking wet, but damp. And we apply our gold now. want quite a lot. If it's going to look like Klimt's work, we need tons of gold. And our moist towel. Now very gently, and I won't be breathing now. Okay, yeah, this is quite nice. There are hardly any drips, so I'm going to wipe it off. I usually collect the paint, but there's nothing to collect while the painting is getting dry. Now I have the best part of my job. Yes, peeling these off. Oh, I love it. I could just be paid to peel things off. So now I'm going to cut these and roughly keep the shape, but if it goes a bit different, well, that's fine. I obviously don't want the white edges. Some sections are thicker, some are thinner. Piece is back from the shower, it's dry, washed, no silicone residue. Now the small ones are the easiest to cut because they were the thickest, so it's very, very, very nice cutting now. Look at the cuties. Look at these. I'm on the last one. Yeah, that's what's left. I can't believe, but I did not throw a single one. Some big, some small. Let's put them all here and shuffle them around. Nice composition, and I definitely will be overlapping some of them. I wonder what Master Klimt would say. Of course, he's never seen a pour before. I was a bit worried that I'm going to cover all the, nice patterns in the background, but not really. Still got the beautiful, cells. That's the first arrangement, and I must say, I think I like it. It's going to be here. I usually use diamond glaze, but this time I think I'll go with Mod Podge, because with the thin ones you have to spread them really carefully to avoid some creases. Let's add some stems now. I am going to use this permanent deep green. Basically the same colors I used for my mixes poured acrylics. However, I don't want the liquid form. I want something much more opaque and something that will dry quicker. I don't want the green to be so vibrant, of course. Oh yeah, much better. So a couple of strands. I might take a smaller brush in a second. Thinner brush, I mean. See, some highlights with a lighter green will look really nice on the dark background. We can even paint over some of the petals. That's fine as well. Why not? I don't want to overpower it, but at the same time I do want some golden lines as well. Oh, here and there. That will look nice on the where the darker colors are seen. I want to do this because that will really pop, you see. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say that, every painting of mine is absolutely unique. There will never ever be anything like it. I don't repeat any of my designs. So if you would like to own one, please go to abcreativeofficial.com and yeah, it could be yours. I often forget to say that, but there can only be one. The last thing I'm going to do is some shadows around some of the flowers. So I've got the same deep green, Prussian blue, white and black. And I'm mixing them here to create, what is it? It's like a grayish, darkish teal. As usual, my shadows are on the right. If we talk about sort of north, south, east, west, they are sort of southeast. And my cutout was so much thicker here, so it's way easier. Of course, you don't have to do it. I just They're little things that mean a lot to me. I like those finishing touches. I believe it's finished. Very blue, like me today. So I'm going to take you for some close-ups. If you enjoyed this one, please let me know in the comments. And don't forget to check out my Patreon for extended versions of my tutorials. Also, Patreon is the only place where I share my designs. By the way, you can own this beautiful original piece or any other of my art if you head to my website, abcreativeofficial.com. Thank you so much for watching and see you all next week. Bye bye!